Yeah, I guess I can start. I think I'm finally able to hear it. I'm just going to check with the phone if I'm able to hear myself. Let me also start the music. Now I can hear the music, but I just need to check if I can hear it in the video. But yeah, that's pretty much the video. I think this is good enough. Yeah. Uh, so what is this live stream about? And what's the title? This title is kind of clickbaity. But the gist of this title is I wrote a single line of regex. I not have it here. I don't have any setup right now. I'm just going to describe it. I'm just going to do everything, right? So while I'm doing this, I'm going to learn everything, and you watching also going to learn everything pretty much from the ground up. To show it to you what I meant, I need to actually if I can able to find this file. This is the file, and I found the regex. Yeah. So to show you the regex, what I meant. This is fine. Uh, okay, to describe what what I need to do, I need to actually. This is the regex. I'll explain what I need to do here. I think I can remove this part right now. But yeah, this is the whole regex. Wow, this goes all this. I don't want to match slash GIM. I just want to do that. Right. So you can see this is the whole regex, and this seems complex. It is too complex, and this is me being too smart. And I think I'll go over the story. I will be writing a blog article about this, and just to like give you an idea. So let's check if there is a better regex visualizer. Maybe not. This is the best, I guess. Uh, it's not that bad one actually, but yeah, I guess we will just stick with this one. So yeah, as I was saying, to yeah, I think yeah. So finally, starting this video right now, actually starting this stream right now, and to explain this, the title it's kind of clickbaity, and the whole this thing is about I wrote this regex while I was in internship, right? This was me being too smart, right? With what my task was, and what I ended up doing was when I was asked to do something. Yeah, I think this is better. Sorry, the audio setup in the beginning setup, but yeah, yeah. But to go over everything, if I have to go over everything, right? Uh, I can show you this one, but I'll create a new Notion page. I think this should be better, right? And just to have it, I can just create a new Notion page. I can this single regex brought down entire server, right? And I can paste the regex finally here, I guess. So the story goes this pretty much. This is we were debugging some issues with our server, and we wanted to like increase the performance of the server. So what was happening? We were like doing some load testing against our server, and what was happening? Our server was not able to handle any request at all, right? Any like large amount of request at all. And now this is a Node.js server, and it should be able to handle, because most of the tasks our server was doing pretty much sending requests to some other server that's getting some data and manipulating it and giving it back to us, right? So the whole server should be pretty much free to do a lot of some other stuff, right? It did not need too much performance, too much CPU, too much it didn't have anything blocking, right? We didn't think it had anything blocking, so we thought it should be able to handle all this traffic that was incoming, right? But what happened, they started this test, the load test, and moment it will go on for, let's say, I think for 30 seconds it will work, but uh, after that 30 seconds the entire server will just send you back, like, it cannot process the any further request. It's not able to handle this much request, right? And that's pretty much it. This is the response we will get back, and we will all puzzle, right? And everyone was all the senior engineers were trying to just, what can I say, implement some kind of queue mechanism to hold off the request till the server can process it, right? So server will give the 200 response back, but in the background it will still process the request once it can, right? And I was there that day. I was not I was trying to recreate the like the performance setup. Someone else was doing this thing, and we were trying to do that. And next day I was sick actually, so I was not able to join in, but they found the culprit. They did not need to add a queuing system. They were trying to do that. The code was they were trying to add that code and everything, but did not need it at the end because they had large, brilliant idea to finally do the great thing, finally do the right thing, which is uh, like load like actually what you can say benchmark or I'm not sure what you can say, debug the debug thing, right? Debug your application, run it through a profile your application finally, right? And once they profile the application, the entire server, right? The entire server, half the entire server performance was taken by a single function, and entire entire code, right? Entire code except this one function was taking in the half the performance, right? So this entire function was taking around like 50 to 55% of the entire like CPU's that profiler can. You don't even need to understand how that profiler works, but you can, because you can just see half, more than like 55% of the whole, like this is the whole thing, right? And if you run a profile you get like this whole bar, and half of it was just this single function. And if you're wondering what this function was, it was nothing. It was just basically this thing, right? And it was this it was basically text dot replace. If you don't know what text dot replaces, it's JavaScript's replace, but it can accept regex, and I was passing this regex, right? And obviously, nobody checked the git blame, but I'm checking it right now, and I can see 23 months ago I wrote it. I wrote it around, yeah. And this was me when I was an intern at the same place I'm working right now. But this pretty much removing this regex uh, and running the whole test, performance load testing again, everything just worked. Didn't need to add anything, and that was the gist of it. And next day I come back in, and I see the problem is magically solved. No one is trying to implement that queuing system, anything like that, right? I was wondering, oh, how this happened, right? And I just come back in, and they just told me we did a profiling. They just show me the screenshot, and this is the single function. Nobody checked the git blame, uh, and the moment I saw that function, I just hit me. Oh, this is the same function I wrote back, right? So yeah, and I just forgot about it pretty much. This has it's been 14, 15, 16 months now, 15, 16 months now, and I never looked back. I should have, because because I should look into performance and everything, how this works, but I didn't get to work on it at all. I didn't have any time. I don't even have time right now, but I had nothing better to do. I thought, okay, fine, let's sit down. I'll try to look into why this regex is so slow, right? Why this regex is so slow. Obviously, this is huge regex. I just got too clever with this regex and what I was trying to achieve. Okay, so this is the whole story, if you wanted to understand the background, right? And the goal of this stream is pretty much simple. In front of me you can see a whole regex, right? And this entire regex, what I'm going to explain how this works, what I was trying to do. Luckily, I still understand what this regex does. Uh, that's the great thing. Once you learn the regex, it's a curse that you use too much, and then you get hit with an axe. It's it's not you get hit with an axe. It's axe which is there, and you hit your own foot on it. Right? It's something that you do by yourself. So don't get too clever with your regex. I'm just gonna say that out loud. Right? To explain what does this regex does, I'm just gonna explain the task I received. So again, I was an intern, so I got this small task to basically go into our WhatsApp backend. Right? So we had a WhatsApp. We had this backend where we used to process all the data incoming from the WhatsApp, and we used to send some data back to the WhatsApp bots. Right? Um, if you don't know, where I work at Task, it's a chatbot company, and you can make your own bots, and we let you make your own bots in the web and in the WhatsApp realm also. You just need to make one bot, and it will work on the web and it will work on the WhatsApp. And what happened here? We have in the in the front end. If I just have to show you, right? I'm just going to show you the example how this came to be, how this whole thing came to be, right? So I have this. I'm just going to make a new bot. I'm just going to show why we need this. What my task was basically. I'm just going to make a new bot, right? So basically, right? My task was uh, we had bot on the webs, and we were recently migrating, so our bots also work on the WhatsApp. Not the whole code was exported. Basic parts, most of the parts was working. Like if you make a button, that will work, right? All the different things. Like if you had some buttons, WhatsApp will show you some buttons, right? I think if I'm not sure, but if you have ever interacted with the WhatsApp bots, they are getting really popular nowadays. If you interacted with any business nowadays, you will see a WhatsApp, right? And we provide those bots. So basically, again, if you add some buttons, the buttons will work and everything like that kind of thing, right? So when a bot talks, right, you will see this chat bubble pop up, and obviously you can write anything, and your WhatsApp bot will actually see that. I'm not going to show how that works. We don't have the number right now. I'm just not going to show it, but I'm just going to explain how this works, right? One thing that we allow is basically we allow you to type everything, right? We also allow you to do some formatting, right? You can see that this works. Italic and everything works, and we allow you to do this. And this used to work great on the web, because on the web, the only thing you need to store, you just need to store like this as a strong tag, this as an emphasis tag, right? And just ensure you're rendering it properly on the front end, sorry, right? But we don't only allow this, we also allow videos and everything, right? We also allow this thing called links, right? Great things. I need to turn off this board. Oh my god, it's still active. This is my website, obviously. Oh, I can't type. Yeah, this is my website. And if I am so bold to, right, it's my website. I can link it. I can link it to my own website, obviously. Right. Once I link it, you can see it turns into a link. If I open the bot, it will work the same way. Right. I'm just going to show you preview. But this is the new dashboard I worked on. I also work on React. So yeah, not to brag. But yeah, you can see this is the link. Now this works well with the web. That's not a problem. You can imagine this will be a problem once you once you're finally not in the web, but you're finally in the WhatsApp, because WhatsApp links are not this, right? Because if I inspect it right now, it's just a native web link, but and the way we are saving it, we are also saving it as a web link. If I have to show you, I can show you easily if I save this thing again, right? If I open it up, as a developer, I actually got view of how this actually looks in the code. If I have to show you, as you can see, it's just some tags, and on the web these tags works no problem, but the links, yeah, these are HTML links, they are not going to work well with the WhatsApp, because WhatsApp, uh, the way WhatsApp support links, it only support if you type the whole thing. It does not have any formatting you expect with something like, let's say, markdown or HTML. So right, so only way this link will work if you don't add anything, right? If you remove this whole thing, if you just remove this whole thing, if you just leave it with this thing, right, that's the only time it will work. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so that's how it will work. The same thing goes for my next task. I had this two tasks together, which not only I needed to translate this link, anchor tag to a simple link, but I also needed to translate. We also allowed iframes, right? So you can add your own iframe. You can add, right? You can add a URL. It will be converted to an iframe. A lot of people need this, so we just have it here. But again, the iframe doesn't work on WhatsApp, so if someone pastes iframe link, it will not work at all. And what I needed to do again, take this iframe link and add its URL to the WhatsApp as a plain URL, so WhatsApp should be able to. Now, better mind and my current mind, what I would do, I would go through the string, look for the tag beginning of anchor, find the end of it, find the content link, and paste it. Right? I won't keep the content, right? That's the that's what bright mind should do. My bright mind, I was genius back then. I learned regex few months back. When I was going ham on everything on the regex, and it was just waiting for me to come back, bite back to me. And what I did, I sat down. I think I spent half the day. I'm not really sure how much I spent. I spent good amount of time actually to craft a single regex, not even two, single regex that would be able to pass first of all a link and an iframe URL and turn it into a single link. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. And now this is the result. I'm not. I'm gonna. I'm gonna zoom it in. I think you should be able to see it. So you can see this is the whole regex. Right? You saw some tags at the end of it. I will explain. I will explain what those tags do. But yeah. So if I type anything, nothing matters, right? If I do the same thing, hello world, nothing matters. But as soon as I let's say come back in here, uh, code view, and look at what you can see, right? You can see it's actually able to match that anchor tag. Not a surprise, right? And same goes for iframe. I can say https, not localhost2.in. If you're wondering why it's not able to match it, because I am down. Is it this? Okay, why is it not matching an iframe? It's matching this. Does our iframe look different? Maybe our iframes would look different, but I'll just copy paste our iframes. That's not a big problem. Let's just add a new message bubble. Add an iframe, right? HTTPS cover.in. Right? We have trouble loading this site, not a problem. I'm just gonna save this. Open it up back again. You can see the iframe pops up here, right? Going into code view. Oh, this is the actual code. Okay, that's not a problem. So I'm matching this, I guess. Maybe. Again, I was not matching some random iframe. I was specifically matching this. So I can just store this. Wow, why is it continuing? What did I miss? This is becoming a debugging exercise, slowly but surely. So it's trying to match up to the end. I'm not sure. I think that's not a space until. Hmm. Ignore this for now. I'll just show you. Yeah, but you can see that, right? This matches the iframe and the anchor tag. and you can see it works fine. It didn't seem that slow. I pasted it and it just worked, right? And you can see there are some random colors appear here, different color up here and one up here. I will explain what does this mean. It does not match the triangle slider. Is it not matching the ending tag? Is that the problem? Uh, that's cool. That's cool. My God, what is not? Why is it not matching? We'll just do anchor tag after iframe tag, just to be. Oh wow, it's not matching. Maybe the flags. Yeah, maybe the flags mattered. Let me see what were the flags. GIM. What is the M flag? That's the M flag. Okay, that's the I flag. Global flag. I think it's called. It's not the correct. So yeah, JavaScript. It's taking its own time. Right. So that is it. GIM. Yeah. Multiline. So I can finally add that tag, and from here I can get it. Well, I'm definitely messing something up. There's no live chat. There should be a live chat. Oh wow, why there is no live chat? There's live chat. Oh no, there is a live chat. Okay, I can try. Oh, okay, it works. It works. Hello, Rohan. I'll just move on. But I think get the gist of it. I was trying to match iframe. I was trying to match this anchor tag, and basically what happens here? If I just go back to the oldie example, right? I'm just going to show you the iframe first, right? I match the iframe, right? If leave this page, leave this also, right? Doesn't matter. Now it's there. I was looking at the web. Oh. I'll just ignore it for now. But yeah, the best thing I can see, I guess. Yeah. So I'm not sure why is it matching this random. Oh, it was due to the. Okay, I am down. Yeah, it was due to the escaping. I should just know the escapes. No, it is not due to escape, I guess. Like I said, lazily matches, doesn't matter. I have to show you just. Not sure why is it just matching the hello part and not the whole part. So this regex is not working as I expected, but I'm going to explain what was my thinking process behind it. Basically, right? I might fix it even actually. So if you can see, right, I'm starting with a tag matching, right? And then I actually look forward to an anchor tag or an iframe, right? So this is actually I think this is actually like a group, right? And I'm actually I forgot what exactly this is. I actually forgot it. But to look for it, I am not sure if they have any. Do they have it? No, they don't have an explanation. Okay. Uh, yeah, as you can see, right, I'm actually looking for an anchor tag or an iframe, right? And I'm pretty sure this means greedily look forward it. I'm actually just gonna search it again. This meaning, right? Not this. Okay, it says may or may not be present, right? Uh, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. So again, if you just do a parenthesis two round brackets, what it will do, it will actually create a capturing group. And if you don't know what capturing group is, basically what it means, if I have to match, let's say, hello world, and I have to specifically capture this world part of it, right? What I can do, I can add a I can add it inside two parentheses, right? And once I type in, as you can see, it is able to match the hello world part, but it's also like, as you can see, if it's actually matching this world part, right? So it does not matter I have anything around it, right? uh, Now hello, obviously hello world will mix it up, but if I have anything around it, right, I'm able to capture what's inside of it. And if now world won't matter, but what would matter if I, let's say, I have like I just want to match some tags with RegEx, right? You never do this, but if you just want to do it, right, what I can do, I need to match I need to match this, right? Let's say I have a tag, right? And it could be anything. It could be an image tag. It could be anything, right? And obviously, I have some attributes in front of it. Even here, I have some attributes in front of it, right? And I can do this. Obviously, image tag is self-closing, right? And I want to match tag inside of it, and I also want to capture what tag it is, right? Now, with regex, what you can do, you can basically say anything, at any word that comes up here. I can say slash w, right? That should do it, and yeah, slash w, that should do it. And here, what I can see next is basically that's right. Now you can see B and I has been matched. You're not able to see why this is not matched. I'll show you. This is because there are obviously other characters, and I can just do this, right, until end of it, and that should match it. And yeah, so as you can see, I can match any word, right? Any word, and I'll also put a space in front of it. I also want to match a space. I'll actually put a space in front of it. So I want to match a word and then a space and then anything, and then I can match this end of the tag, right? And this is the by default. I'll say greedy because you can see it will match until it finds the last occurrence on this line, right? Uh, we can change it. I think this is how you change it. No, not this. Yeah. So if you add a question mark at the end of it, it basically means don't be greedy, be a lazy. Regex and match the first occurrence you find. Right now, I was able to match the whole tag. Right, that's not a problem. Uh, but you can see image tag is still not match because you can see I'm just matching a single word, right? A single word character. Slash W means AZ, capital, small, doesn't matter, right? And I can see plus that will basically mean match zero or sorry, one or more occurrences of that word. I'm not sure why is it. I just do this, by the way. I just like add and see if something works or something doesn't work, right? Yeah. So any word until right, any word plus or minus. Now, obviously, you can see now it's actually also matching this spaces. We don't want to do that. We only want to match space till its first space. I would say any amount of spaces. Now, to do that, I actually need to, I think, create a group, right? And once I create a group, I can say any amount of spaces to this, I guess. Is it that or is it something else? I literally have Regis visualizer. I'm still struggling with this, right? So I need to match anything until I find a space. I do need to actually find a space. No, right? And I can say it until I find a space. Now one off or ignore it or go through it or keep finding the spaces, right? And if I don't find it, which is here at this part, match anything until that's defining the end of it. So I'll come back to this part, but yeah, what I want to actually capture this whole part, the word part, right? And yeah, this part actually, right? I want to capture this part. Like I'm going to match the entire tag. That's not a problem. I want to match the entire tag. What I want to do, but now at this point I have matched the first part of the tag, right? That's not a problem. But now I also want to extract this, the tag is it, right? So what I can do, the thing I was using to match this tag, which was this word, right? Any word, any word character, any alphanumeric, alphabetic character, one or more. I just put it inside these parentheses, right? These are two square, sorry, not round brackets. And the moment I put it inside the round brackets, it will turn into a capture. And if you're wondering how to refer it back, so if you're using replace, what you can do, you can just say $1 next time, right? And it will basically substitute whatever the first part was with this $1. If you have more capturing groups, you can just say $2, right? So basically something like a shell script. So that's how the capturing group works. I was just going to giving you this example just to show you. Yeah, but yeah, this is how the capturing group works. And the reason I'm doing this question mark colon, basically the Stack Overflow post stated, is if you have this, it will basically do this capture group, but it won't actually capture it, right? This is something. This is something. If you want to capture something, but you actually don't want to store it anywhere, right? I forgot why I needed to capture this. I specifically again looking for iframe or e, right? And then I am going to match anything and everything. Doesn't matter until I find a href or a source tag. Sorry, a source attribute, right? Now, obviously, next thing. Now you can ignore it. Equals to I need to find. Sorry, doesn't matter. By the way, I was also looking into it. If I actually have, let's say something like, right? If I let's say if I have a escaping sequence, don't care, right? I still need to match it, right? So this is something, right? You're able to see a question mark just means zero or none. No, zero or one. Zero or none means the same thing, right? If it's there, it's fine. If it's not there, it's also fine, right? Zero or one, not more than one, just one. Then finally you're able to see I'm matching HTTP, but I'm only capturing S part, right? I'm not capturing anything. I'm just capturing the S part, right? And I'll explain why I'm capturing this S part, right? And then the actual part after that, right? The link could be anything. Link could be large, complex thing, right? It could be I'm pretty sure you can do this thing also. User password. Is it this or is it this or this? I'm forgetting how this whole authentication part in the this works, right? But a link could be anything, right? I wanted to match this part after this until the actual quotation mark, right? So actually get the whole link out of it. This is the actual part I wanted to paste on the this is the actual part I wanted to add to the WhatsApp, right? So this is why I'm matching it. I'm not actually using it. Yeah. So yeah, this is the part I was actually matching it. So what I would get at the end of it, I would replace it with HTTP $1. Now, if you remember again, $1 just means just get back one of your references and add it here, right? Our first reference is this S, so we will add this S, then this, and then I just add $2, which means the next capturing group, which basically means this here. Right? I will copy this. I don't need this actually. Right? So voila, I finally with this regex from this entire text, I finally get this link, right? Add it to this part, and obviously I can move on with whatever I had, right? And this will come out like this, basically. Ignore the front and the back part, you just want to see. But again, your tag was transformed into this link. Now, if you're thinking this is too clever for something of this, yeah, this was too clever of me to do this. I should have just passed this whole string, just looked for this part, and after this part, I just should have extracted until this part, and I should have just done it. But I think I just became too clever, and I made this right. And this worked actually. We ran it. I made some test. I ran through it. It worked, and I forgot about it basically, right? I got to know. I moved on from WhatsApp. I started working on something else. Uh, and there's a bug was just marked as fixed, and we just moved on, right? It's not a problem. Uh, it did come back when it finally came back uh, during one of the biggest thing, which is we were selling out to this big client, right? And while they were coming to us, they wanted to understand whether or not our WhatsApp backend could handle the traffic they were thinking about. Right, and this traffic was huge. They wanted to support. They wanted to provide support during FIFA, what Qatar FIFA right event that was happening in the 2022 around time. So during that time, uh, basically so many people were just going to pour into WhatsApp, their WhatsApp backend and just gonna talk, right? And they wanted to make sure this WhatsApp backend actually works. So they were doing their own load testing. And during this time, this should have just worked. Our WhatsApp backend was fairly good, and the server also really good. And the load we were expecting should have processed, but while they were doing the load testing, our server just stopped responding at all, right? This is the story I just told you before a while ago, right? And we were now looking into why this was happening. Again, we profiled the application and we found this issue. This was the line that was causing so much issue, right? I just explained you how this works, how everything happened here. Now, the part I don't understand and I actually want to look into now, I'm half an hour into at this point. Why is this so slow? Why is this so slow? Or specifically on something like Node.js, I'm not sure if it's slow on PHP. Probably maybe it's also slow on something like PHP. Not tested it, but we can definitely test, right? Why is it also slow on something like PHP? Uh, Let me just look at it. What test I wrote for this thing? Did I not write test for this? Here. Okay, I'm pretty sure there was some test for this thing. I think someone removed it. I'm not sure, but I think someone removed it. Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. This part doesn't matter. What test I was using, but I just want to see this. Now I will actually take a minute break. I'll come back. Just a second, right? So just be patient. Actually, while I was away. Yeah. Uh, yeah. So I will go through it. We're just gonna see how slow this thing is. Basically, the I'm just gonna I'll not actually gonna enter against the real code that I have. I mean, I have it in the my God, this cat just want to be. I just keep opening my door because it's just there. Can you not disturb me? Okay, now it's just okay. Don't want to. Okay, I'll just let the cat play. Yeah. So the way I think I will test this thing is basically I will in JavaScript. Which is silly because you can always run it on your browser, not a problem. But JS will works actually. Uh, Sorry for that. JS is not working. I'm not sure why. Just see, just see something else. Travis file. Okay, I think this works. There's also repellent. Repellent. Right. Great thing about this one, I can actually just say start reading. Wow, this does need to sign us. I'll just sign in for a moment. Oh wow, that's great. Google sign in, not working, just like doesn't always. Uh, I'm not sure if it's something that the people face the same issue where Google signing just does not work at all with Firefox. I'm not sure what's the issue exactly, but yeah, it's fine. I can just use GitHub. So none. For personal use, start building. I want to make a Node.js app. Yeah, that's fine. Should have done Express. I think I should have done Express. Okay, I think if I see, if I can make a new one, yeah, Express, because this will be this will make it more similar to what we have, right? Uh, just sake of consistency, I just want to look how it actually works. Uh, wow, the like AI packages and whatnot, so dumb. Yeah. Uh, let's just see if it actually how it works. I'm not sure how it actually works. Oh wow, you just see a browser app. Okay, deploy your app, create your plan. Oh, it's paid plan. Okay, it's not a problem. Uh, not a big thing. Not a big thing. Our CPU is already at the limit. Not a problem. Uh, we're gonna crash the CPU even more because uh, it's just running a server and it's already dying. Imagine running this regex, right? Uh, not if I'm thinking like profile, profile JavaScript, because I also want to profile this thing, right? So I'm interested in actually looking into this part. Uh, it's talking about how you can do this in VS Code, I guess. I don't, the gist of it, I don't want to do a setup locally, I don't want to do it. Man, can you do it online? Like, wow, there's a JS profiler online. What? There's a, no, someone is actually doing this. Okay, yes. You know what? I guess we can just do it in the local environment. I can just figure it out. Uh, I will just go to downloads, temp, mkdir, mkdir, and I guess I can say basically, test, test, right? And I'm not sure what version of Node I'm running, right? I'm actually working on more Python than ever, so yeah. Uh, not just code. I want to open code dot. So I have this thing here, and I also I think we should not get right. We should not be be a minute. Is it NP a minute? No, I guess anything works. Anything works. Right. What is the? Yep, that's the npm npm start. Try I start. Oh, it keeps complaining. So, oh, it says. Oh, there is no script specified. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It outputs nothing, right? Uh, as we expected. Let's just see if it actually works. I will use a little bit of Copilot here just to see how it works. This part is working. Uh, I'll just write a single server. I'll actually not waste my time. Oh, this is so slow. Simple server responding. Hello world, I guess. To web. Right. I will not waste my time trying to write this down right now. Uh, Great thing. Currently, Copilot can do this. These kind of like what you can say templating thing. The Copilot thing is really great at it. Yeah. So I think I'll keep running this again and again. I don't want to. Maybe I can install Node. That's not a problem. But yeah. So now I have it. Now I have it running. Right now you can see it says hello world, and yeah. So again, what we want to do, right? Basically, now this is the whole server, right? Again, the reason I'm using the whole thing, right? I'm not just. I should actually just think it should just be running this as a single experiment, not the whole server running. Just to explain it, right? Better. So basically, this is the function, right? Like replace, let's say, convert to WhatsApp link, right? This is the whole function. And oh, I should have just copied it, but I can actually just copy it, new window, or I can just type it, right? I will get some text in, right? I will get some text in, and what I would do, I would return some text dot replace, right? It's not giving me the what you can say autocomplete. You can get autocomplete with just something like this, right? You can just say, and now if I actually check, I got an autocomplete. So now I can add the regex, right? I need to say GIM. Now, I'm pretty sure in the older versions you had to pass in a lambda, but in the newer version you can just do this, which is basically just provide string. That should just work, right? And I'll do the same thing, which is add $1 colon and dollar, just to show it how this whole part works. What I would do, this is a single line here, right? I don't need this part actually. Does it need an extra line? Oh, I am down. I was thinking, why does it need like an extra line, right? So we'll do some tests here, right? We can do some tests here. Thanks, Copilot, I guess. Right? Yeah, okay, it is helping me a lot, I guess. Let's actually want to see. Let's just make a function test actually, right? We will accept a link and right? I'll just make a new function called and or expect would be better word. I want a link and text, right? I don't want to actually throw an error, but I want to just right. I want to show this. I also want to show what I passed, right? Right, and this should give me a nice what you can say formatted output. Now if I add this, if I run again node start, cannot find okay. Oh, I'm so dumb. Right, it works. It gives me google.com back, right? That's what I was expecting. I can add a new one. uh, I can say I wanted to see some convert to WhatsApp link in giving me google.com. I'm not sure why. Copilot, be creative. And I actually want to see it should actually do it this way also. It works actually. So I guess we're just writing some test cases at this one. That's not a problem. and change in tag. I actually want to write an iframe. Now this is actually great. And what I'm expecting is actually, yeah, I'm actually expecting google.com, right? Let's run it again, and that's what I get back, right? I'm pretty sure if I add some text back in front of it, it should ignore it. That's how it works. Yankin word, Yankin word. Is it word? Does it work this way? No, it works this way. Yeah. So if you have some text behind in front of it, it will just kind of like ignore that part, right? It will still add it. Uh, yeah, it will still have it. So yeah, this is how it works basically. But now we actually want to profile this thing. And if I have to see, yeah, that's I never use this thing actually. So yeah, I think you get it, right? So this works with the links. This works with the iframes. This just works if you just have some random text, will just output it back, right? So you're getting you expected, uh, what you expected once. But I'm practicing. I'm sure. Oh yeah, I just got blank during that moment. But uh, now the benchmarking part comes, right? What I can do, let me just delete this part. You know what? Let's just run it. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, Node.js. Did not work. And it worked. How to profile it? Let's just see actually. I have. Oh, the music has stopped. So I'm just talking without music. Okay, nice to think about that. Yeah, CPU profile. I think I'm not sure what I want to actually look into, but I think first we can look into CPU one. Call stack. Call stack. It says go to the call stack. Use the record button. Go to the call stack. Right. So if I come up here, I can see create a launch.json. Okay, I guess. What? Let's just see if you can. Yeah, we are at this point, right? So yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. This is the take performance part, right? So I actually want to profile a certain part of the code, and if I, or does it already have returned whatever it wanted? I'm too dumb. What I will do actually, I would now it's better actually. Let me just stop this thing, whole thing. Right. So I will stop at this point and launch the program. It will stop at this point. I can say record. CPU profile until manually stop duration. Pick a breakpoint. Not manually. Let's just. I think it's. Is it collecting or has its? Did it just crash? I think it just crashed. Okay. Uh, view control shift P. Finally take a profile. Stop it manually. Console dot profile. Console dot. Using console dot profile. Let's just do this. Console dot profile and new workspace folder. That's more like that's easy. Show flame graph. Install some extension, I guess. You need some extension, I guess. Can't just have it. We have it finally. Let's just see. Boy, I'm not sure does what it means at all. You know what? I will add some other work, top and the bottom, just to see what it actually means. I guess I can make some kind of function that just says hello, just to see. Because I don't know what's happening here, but this is the function. So dot log. I don't need to do this. I just need to do hello. I can do this, I guess, few times, right? And let's just delete this part. Let's run it again. We got new profile. Now we have some more data, I guess. A console call which says hello, then log, then value, then gets set out, create readable outstream, socket, duplex, and finally this function, right? So I guess there's a lot of noise in here, but basically you can see, right? This is the function. Takes 1 millisecond, which is might not seem too much, but it's actually quite long. Uh, if you think, man, this whole thing takes like, I'm not sure why this takes more, right? But this cripples this whole thing. Because remember in the server, if you're thinking, okay, why this function takes so much time, right? I was not doing this once, right? Because if you remember when I showed you the our bubble things, right? Imagine those bubbles. Now imagine thousands of requests pouring in, and you have thousands of these bubbles, right? So just to show you what that is like, right? Right? Uh, just to show you what is that like actually. I'm just going to run this, and I'm actually going to run this. So how many times I should run? I will just run it 100 times, right? That should be better. I'll just test it 100 times just to see what does it. And boy, did it where did it go? I'm not sure. Where did it go actually? Kind of like it turned into an anonymous call. Yeah, now I can finally see it, right? Regular expression, regular expression. Yeah, I guess finally you can see it, right? Now this is pretty much what we were doing. We are trying to run this 1,000 messages, thousands of these, thousands of messages, right? So server's taking too much of the time. Obviously, server has to do some other stuff also, right? These regex were just taking too much of the time we had, and just to see actually what. Yeah, this is the whole regex actually. So it takes that much. I'm wondering if it doing some kind of oh my god, I'm so much into Python. CS. CS. Okay, I was not. I was trying to do that. Uh, no, just let's just add like I at the end of it. Let's just make this a little more hard for because it might be doing some kind of help to this. Oh now wow, this now looks so different. What is this actually? Actually, I'm not sure. Toggle left heavy view. I'm not sure actually what does it mean. Oh look at that garbage collector. Yeah, self time it had jump. Right, this function has a jump. Good amount of right. So I'm not sure if I'm debugging something wrong up here, but I think we are on something good, right? So basically, uh, now this is just like single function on the whole server, right? We are doing this, and while we are doing this, we are also doing some other tasks. Like we were doing some other bunch of processing, and we are also like requesting to some database. We are also capturing, getting back some data. We are also making requests back to some servers and whatnot, right? So basically, what would happen now? I'm wondering why this is so bad. Right, potentially, imagine right doing something because this is again some CPU heavy work, right? This is some kind of CPU heavy work. So while you are doing this, actually, right, asking people not think about it, but what basically happens, I can do it actually here, right? So fetch is not here. I can just say, look at that. I did not know VS Code can do this. Oh, but why is this the whole file? There's the whole file. Hmm, that's so cool actually. So I can see from the whole thing, most of the time is actually just taken by this regex, right? And then some garbage collector, right? So you can see this regex has become quite good amount of work this script does. I mean, it doesn't do anything else. Maybe we can just ask it to do something else, just to have something to compare with. I can just ask Copilot. Copilot can come up. Make requests to example.com. Let's just say, right? That's something. Maybe we are simulating some kind of call to some other service or right. We are just simulating some kind of call to database or something else, right? Do we have HTTPS? Wow, what the fuck is doing? Discard. Or that might not be the greatest idea. Right, we don't want to do this. We just don't want to bombard someone's server that many times. I don't know. There's something new. Maybe this is something new. I don't know. Probably. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry for that. Yeah, I was just trying to see. Yeah, this is a network request, right? This is a classical network request, and this is not async. I'm pretty sure. This is client request, client on error. So this is running with the callbacks. I don't want to run this with callback. Just can you make this async? Just make this async. Thank you. I was trying to say, right? Let's just imagine that this is like a database request or something like that, right? And we are also running this. Now, obviously, I will need to run this within a week, right? No, I'll just now if I delete this older profile, right? You can see it did take good amount of time. If I say F5 again, right? It ran. It just died. It did not create the profile. It happened. I don't see any file at all. It's happening. Might need to check the logs, I guess. The classic problem, right? The classic colored function problem. I thought we can make it. I'm not sure why I was so dumb to do this. But yeah, it's all same. Yeah. Hope it does not just end here. What you need to do actually. Yeah, so it ran. It did bunch of stuff obviously. And if I make a flame graph, I can see request. It's taking good amount of time actually, right? And I'm not able to see regex again. Just we'll just see. It's in here. It does say it's in here. Oh wow, that function has hidden at this point, I guess. Uh, connect. A lot of other stuff has been happening here. I can see here. And while this is happening, hmm, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Should have worked usually, but I'm just trying to capture what would be the wow. This I just forgot. Wait. Oh man, can you see how much idle our CPU is? That's also one thing, right? 5 seconds, 5 minutes, our entire CPU was pretty much idle, right? So much time was just wasted. We'll just find our function. Is it? Why is it not being captured? I'm not sure. Why does it turn anonymous? I'm not sure exactly. I do need to actually learn how to do the profiling and other stuff, but uh, hmm. But again, the part I do understand is basically something like this, right? Which is the regex part. This happens on CPU, and while your CPU is actually doing this work, it cannot do anything else. While this thing, which is making a request, right, something is an IO call, making to a database or to another website. While we do this, the CPU can actually do some other stuff, right? So if you're making this thing, right, you don't have to do this. Where I have to show you actually, right? What we can do, we can make a list. We'll do this outside network list, right? Network call list. And what I can do, I can just make a list. It's the method I actually forgot. Is it from? Not we'll just do a simple no need to be fancy. Uh, yeah, that's not the network part, but no, sorry for that. Uh, so the thing I was trying to say, what your server can actually do if it has to do these kind of work, right? Now I have two types of tasks. One is this making network requests. I have 10 network requests to make. Another regex task, right? So what I can do actually, these two tasks. Now you can see I pushed both of them into a list. Now this won't work exactly the way I thought. I think I need to do this thing, which is because this thing will be evaluated the moment I run it, which I don't want to do actually. Right? But to give gist of this, what I can do basically, I can do a promise.all, right? I can do a promise.all and I can just run the network list, right? And obviously I can get all the results and everything, but this will run concurrently because Node.js can run this in the background. We'll just make the call, do the next thing, make the call, do the next thing. That should just work. But this won't work. This won't do that, right? If I am doing this, this will block the server. This will actually block the thing I'm doing because the text replace thing, it's not IO thing. It's a CPU thing. Your C, your CPU needs to do this the moment actually giving it, right? So you can imagine we are doing this for thousands and thousands of requests. That's how it failed. Now again, I'm trying to understand this, but I'm not sure how exactly the profiling part works. But yeah, but to show you, and this is the part actually I wanted to look into even more. You know what part of this regex is actually uh, what part of this regex is actually so slow. Now, if I need to, I did so much random stuff. I need to actually think about what string. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll say I guess I'll stop streaming now. I don't have much energy. But I'll learn how to properly, I guess, do the profiling part, and I'll come back to this one. But I guess you understand the problem basically I was facing. I do need to look into how to profile this, how to think about it, and how I can actually show you the whole thing, how I can actually do the whole performance thing and lay it in front of you, just to show you. I think I'll probably need better example than whatever I was doing, whatever the hell I'm doing here right now, right? And once I have it, I can basically do it, I guess. But yeah, this is the regex. But I'll definitely say one thing: don't be too smart. Don't write these kind of regex, right? If you want to do it, I think the better approach would have been just to walk the string, right? Just to walk the string, the character by character. And if I find it, right, if I find uh, if I found the uh, your condition here, and if I actually found the character, uh, I can just say consi off. It's off, right? I'm pretty sure it's off. Yeah. Uh, your character is, let's say, an anchor tag. I think we can do this, right? I will move forward, see if it's an actual anchor tag and that kind of thing, right? Maybe I'll reach out for this thing. Maybe I can do that, right? That's one way to do it. Or dumbass, he should have done something. Maybe I could have looked for a library that parses HTML and does this for me, right? Which would have been, I think, a better choice. I'm pretty sure JavaScript can do it somewhere or another way. But yeah, that should have been a better way to do it than using regex. Never use regex to pass HTML. I would say that's should be the basic learning. You should use some kind of library, or you should do maybe some other way. You should maybe write some kind of tokenizer to do it, but don't do it with regex. That's that's a that's a axe sitting there where you're gonna hit your own feet onto it, right? Just gonna kill yourself while doing that. Uh, Next, maybe I can do it next time. I'm definitely going to write a blog article because there's already 1.5 hour. I'm just down in the energy thing. But once I write the blog article, I'll probably detail out all the stuff. What was the slow part of it? Maybe we can optimize regex, and probably what could be the other solution on the regex. But I just wanted to make this stream, just go through the regex, maybe fade out my own memories to see what have happened. Maybe once I write down the blog article, I can go through the entire blog article and do the whole thing again, right? But it's definitely gonna take some time. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have came in, if you have looked through it, and if you're kind of disappointed, sorry for that. But I'll definitely look into the. I'll definitely actually look into the part for writing the blog article, going over the blog article, where I will actually look into the proper performance profiling thing, and maybe also going over the solution, different solution, right? The solution and the different solution, how this might work out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As for the stream has ended, right?